Hello everyone, my name is Muhammad Fitri Izani bin Abdul Hafiz. Today I'm going to take you through one of the most essential biological process that support life on Earth, photosynthesis. Specifically, we focus on two major phases involved: the light-dependent reaction, often called light reaction, and the light-independent reaction, also known as the dark reaction or Kelvin cycle. This reaction work together to transform light energy from the sun into chemical energy in the form of glucose, which plant use for and growth and energy. Okay, now what is photosynthesis? Photosynthesis is the process that allows plants, algae, and some bacteria to produce their own food. Is how solar energy convert into chemical energy stored in sugar like glucose. This process takes in carbon dioxide from atmosphere, water from the soil, and sunlight as an energy source. The outcome is glucose, which the plant use for energy and growth, and oxygen, which is released into the atmosphere as byproduct. This oxygen is essential for animal and human to breathe. The chemical equation shown on the slide summarize this entire process. Six carbon dioxide molecule and six water molecule with the help of sunlight produce one glucose molecule and six oxygen molecules. Okay, where does photosynthesis happen? Photosynthesis happens inside specialized structure in plant cell called chloroplast. This chloroplast contain the pigment chlorophyll, which give plant their green color and play a crucial role in absorbing light energy inside the chloroplast. We find thylakoid, which are small disc-like structure that stack into groups called grana. This is where the light-dependent reaction occurs. The space surrounding the grana is called the stoma, and this is where the Calvin cycle takes place. Each part of the chloroplast plays a specific role in capturing light and converting it into usable energy for the plant. Okay, now we look at the role of chlorophyll. Chlorophyll play a vital role in capturing sunlight. It absorbs mostly red and blue wavelength and reflect green, which is why plants look green. Without chlorophyll, the light reaction could not happen. Okay, now we look at the light reaction. As the name suggests, require light to function. It takes the place in the thylakoid membrane when sunlight hits the chlorophyll. It excites the electron inside the pigment, giving them energy. These energies electron then travel through a pathway called the electron transport chain. Meanwhile, water molecule absorbed by the plant are split in process known as photolysis, releasing oxygen as the waste product, proton and electron. As the electron move along the chain, their energy is used to form ATP, a key energy molecule, and NADPH, another molecule that carry high energy electron. These two products, ATP and NADPH, are then used in the next stage, dark reaction. Now we look at to the dark reaction, also known as the Calvin cycle. Doesn't need light doesn't need light directly, but it relies on the product from the light reaction, ATP and NADPH. This reaction takes place in the stroma of the chloroplast. The main goal here is to use carbon dioxide from the air and combine it with the chemical energy stored in ATP and NADPH to produce glucose, a sugar that the plant uses for energy and storage. The cycle is powered by the enzyme rubisco, which helps capture carbon dioxide and convert it into a stable compound. This process must run 6 times to generate just one glucose molecule, so it's slower and ongoing process compared to the light reaction. Okay, what is ATP and NADPH? ATP and NADPH are like rechargeable batteries. The plant make them in the light reaction and then spend them in the dark reaction to build glucose from the carbon dioxide. Okay guys, let's take a moment to compare the two stages side by side. The light reaction takes place in the thylakoid membrane and requires sunlight and water. Its output are oxygen, ATP, and NADPH. It contrasts the dark reaction take place in the stroma and uses carbon dioxide along with the ATP and NADPH from the light reaction to produce glucose. While the light reaction is all about capturing energy, the dark reaction is focused on building molecules. Both reactions are completely dependent on each other. Without light reaction, the dark reaction would not have the energy they need, and without the dark reaction, plant would not be able to create the food that store energy long term. Okay, the importance of photosynthesis isn't just important for plants. It's absolutely essential for life on Earth. It produces the oxygen we breathe and the glucose that form the base of nearly all food chains by absorbing carbon dioxide. Photosynthesis also help regulate our climate and fight global warming. Plant act like natural air filter, cleaning the air and providing the food, oxygen, and the shelter. Every time we eat a vegetable, breathe in a fresh air, or admire a forest, we are benefiting from photosynthesis. It's no exaggeration to say that life as we know it would not be possible without this process. Okay, to conclude, photosynthesis is a complex but beautifully coordinated process involving two main stages: the light-dependent reaction, which captures sunlight and turns it into chemical energy, and the dark reaction or Kelvin cycle, which uses that energy to build glucose. Together, they form a cycle that powers the plant and provide food and oxygen for nearly all living things. Understanding these two reactions helps us appreciate the role plants play in our environment and why we protecting them is so important. Okay, that is the end of my presentation. Thank you so much.